Hi, this is Alexis from the Kiteboarder magazine. We're here at the Slingshot booth, and we're going to talk about the harness. How you doing, my man?
Yep, Chris here,
Yeah.
Slingshot. We're going to go through 2010 Compstick bar. Been about a year and a half in the works. Our R&D crew's been really methodical about the way they've been designing this and trying to incorporate a lot of different things into one bar. We've been seeing a lot of innovations in bar design, but those innovations haven't all been placed into one system. And I believe Slingshot definitely did a good job at this year, and it's definitely something I'm really stoked about.
Well, walk me through it.
So
Let's go.
what we have here, standard CCS center safety system. Basically, it is our flagging system for basically flagging out your front lines. It'll flag out that 800-pound line through this bungee. When you release, this will go through. It's a push release for this year,
Nice.
which is an industry standard, it looks like, and we kind of want to be part of the team, so definitely putting safety at the forefront and allowing more people to be more versatile and just definitely understand the safety systems with all kites. It's definitely should be a standard out there, and we're trying to meet those needs. And one of the cool things here is we have a different chicken loop for this year. It's a lot tighter bead, so a lot of people were worried about durability. Definitely a better standard for that, tighter weed. Another killer thing is the Slingshot active stopper ball. Definitely been around, but it is tool removable list, so you can actually pull those lines out and pop that sucker out when you're replacing your line. One of the cool features up here that we have is the bionic Mickey Mouse ears, and this has definitely been a need for riders out there that have been wanting like clean lines all the time. There's two thrust bearings in here, so they swivel independently. So when you're doing your down loops or any transition kite loop with the tension on your front lines, this is going to allow you to have clean lines all the time. You know, there's going to be possibilities when you're on the sand and just over time it will get dirty, but it is flushable and it is cleanable. So definitely some trick. Another trick thing is now we had some issues last year with trimming and being hard to trim. This year we fixed that with a nice pulley here that allow easy trimming, and that trimming line's a lot thinner, so that friction through there is created is a lot less. So another cool feature. Now going back to basically the push release system that is new for 2010 is we're going to go over a little system here. We have, let's open this up. There's two ways to go about this. One of the features we have here is basically a suicide leash attachment point, which is great for the freestyle guys and doing handle passes and don't want to have to flag out a line. But this allows the guy to have 4 lines even. But there's a little bit of, you know, safety risk there. It's, you know, if something did go bad and you needed to flag out some, the only option is to actually push away. So you're kind of screwed. But the cool thing with this center safety system is that you can incorporate it basically with the chicken loop, and that gives you kind of like a safe suicide. The way I had it was like kill suicide. There's really no way out. But with this, it's a safer suicide that if you ever are hooked in, you hook up regular right on your CSS trim tab here, and then if there was ever a chance, you can still push away and you'll flag out on that line, but you'll still get the unhooked characteristics of if you do need to, okay, your lines are clean, but then, oh shit, you need to push out, you're getting next to a tree or there's rocks or something, and you can just have this, you can push away, and that's going to pop through, and this bar is all going to run up that line. So you're getting suicide with safety. So it's pretty a killer tip that you can definitely use.
There's a lot of different systems within this system, but they all seem to address all the needs that all the different riders have with their own safety system style.
Yep, that's what we tried to do this year for sure, and I think we did a really good job.
It looks so clean, it looks really good.
Yeah, and from the feedback that we have been getting over the last couple days is that when they do get on this new bar, it just makes everything feel a little different. The kites are a little, you know, crisper, tuner, whatever. We've just been getting really good feedback.
Well, let's now move on to some of these beautiful kites that you have behind us. There's some amazing stuff right here. So walk us through the line and tell me what you have here.
So what we have here is our 2010 Fuel. It's definitely basically the Ruben custom kite, because all this innovation comes from rider feedback, and Ruben Lenton is definitely the man for the feedback. So new for this year is the canopies are a lot tighter, but the features updated for durability. You have mark cloth or Kevlar scuff guards running on all the major seams to allow really more durability on the sand, and also add to the stability of the kite, because you're not just running that seam, you're actually putting that Kevlar patch on it.
Drag points, basically.
Yeah, drag points, and you're actually stiffening up the kite too. So even running with 4 lines, you're still not going to get that. You're going to get little jellyfish. Like, these are super solid, but any 4-line sea kite's going to breathe.
Right.
But this just makes it even more stable. So one of the features definitely running on the O10 fuel. But similar to 09, big booster, great unhooked abilities. The wake style guy is definitely kite of choice. Yeah, I couldn't say anymore. It's just a really sick kite for this year. It works, and it's been reliable through the years. So
cool. Let's move on to the next one.
let's go here. We got new for this year. Actually, let's kind of go with the system here. So that was your sea kite, and now we have the RPM. This is the 09, but for 010, it's going to be very similar, but it's going to have that 010 bar. So that's gonna have a graphical layout that's different, and then the bar is gonna be with that 010.
Now on these kites over here, what size do they come in?
So they run odds, so it'd be 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13.
Okay.
And then on the RPMs run even, so they're 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14.
Okay.
So, and the cool thing about that RPM is that we'll talk about how it's so close to a sea kite. You can think of the RPM as like almost a fuel, but with its wingtip chopped off. So it gives it that 3 struts, and then you add a bridle that allows it to hinge to act like a sea. Right. And then from there you get that performance that you're looking for from a sea, but you're also getting the versatility and the relaunch factors and that range from like a typical SLE kite or a hybrid kite. So it's definitely a good overall versatile kite for the guy that's getting into freestyle or coming off a fuel that it was really hard to ride. That will allow you to ride for hours on end, and you'll feel good.
Well, let's talk about the octanes now.
Well, new for this year, a lot of talk about the new octanes, about them like, so they dropped the rev, what's going on? Yeah. You know, I love my rev, yeah, what exactly. Are you doing?
Why are you killing a great kite?
I know. Why are you doing that to me, dog? But no, it's all good. It's just a name change, but there are some differences in this octane that is going to be something that you're going to really enjoy overall. You know, it's going to have the characteristics of the rev. The bridle positions and layouts are very similar. Right. So that feel of the kite's going to be the way that you used to feel it, right. But the canopy and the layout of the kite is different. One of the major thing is the leech tension on these octanes are loose, so that allows the canopy to have a nice full exposure to wind, so you have a really stable kite. And for these octanes in the high end, they perform even better because you're not getting any of the reverberations or just the what do you call that?
The back float?
Yeah, back flap, whatever, just that flapping that you see at the LE. Well, with this looser leech tension, it allows the kite to be stable, so you're going to be able to stomp the kite, and it's going to perform better in higher wind because you're not going to get those back flapping actions.
Now, what size do these come in?
Basically, what these are going to come in is 15. 15 somewhere. There it is. 15, 13, 11, 9, and 7, and a 5.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So definitely something, you know, the majority of kiters, I think, will kind of tend towards because it has the most range out of our lineup. So it's giving you the most versatility, but also performs well, just like these two kites. It's just a different style of riding, and it's coming with the new 2010 bar. So that's another killer thing. And the relaunch on these things are definitely going to be the best in terms of just getting it up and out.
So the new bar is going to come with all 3 different kites?
Yep. The bar is coming with the fuel. The 2010 fuel comes with the bar, the octane, and then the 2010 RPM will do that too.
That's awesome, man. It's a great line of kites, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, let's do it.